In the heart of the scorched Mesopotamian desert, where the sun turns the earth to dust, a green miracle once breathed. A massive mountain of emerald stone and flowing water, standing in absolute defiance of the laws of nature. This was the crown jewel of an empire. For 2 millennia, the Hanging Gardens have captivated the imagination of poets and historians alike. Described as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, it was said to be a gift from King Nebuchadnezzar to his queen, who longed for the green hills of her homeland. But there is a dark side to this legend. Despite its fame, not a single physical trace has ever been found in the ruins of Babylon. No stone, no pipe, no inscription confirming its existence. Is it possible that history's greatest garden was merely a poetic illusion? Today, we look at this wonder through a different lens, the eyes of a landscape architect. We will deconstruct the engineering required to sustain such a paradise in a furnace of heat. We aren't just looking for a garden, we are looking for a masterpiece of hydraulic genius. The foundation of the wonder was a tiered ziggurat. Unlike modern buildings, this structure had to bear the weight of massive stone beams and thousands of tons of wet soil. Each level was a separate world, a vertical forest rising 25 meters into the sky. In a land dominated by mud bricks, the use of stone was a luxury reserved for the gods. To prevent the bricks from crumbling under constant moisture, Babylonian engineers had to invent a revolutionary way to seal their terraces against the relentless infiltration of water. Their secret was a triple-layer seal. First, a layer of reeds mixed with bitumen, a natural asphalt, then 2 courses of baked bricks cemented with plaster. Finally, a layer of thick lead plates was laid down, creating an impenetrable barrier against the damp soil above. Above the lead plates lay a deep bed of fertile soil, thick enough to house the massive root systems of cedar and cypress trees. But soil without drainage is a swamp. Hidden channels within the stone levels ensured that excess water never stagnated, keeping the roots healthy. Maintaining the structural integrity of a man-made mountain was an unprecedented feat. Every pillar and every arch was calculated to withstand not just gravity, but the dynamic forces of moving water and growing trees. This was the birth of civil engineering as we know it. Water is the lifeblood of any landscape, but in the furnace of Mesopotamia, it was a rare commodity. To keep thousands of trees alive on a 25-meter-high pedestal, the gardens required an estimated 300,000 liters of water every single day, a demand that seemed impossible. The solution lay in the Euphrates River. Ancient engineers diverted its flow through a complex network of canals, leading the water to the base of the ziggurat. But bringing it to the base was the easy part. Raising it to the sky was the true challenge. Some historians believe they used a device that wouldn't be named for centuries, the Archimedes screw. Giant bronze or wooden spirals turned by human or animal power, lifting the river water terrace by terrace in a continuous rhythmic flow against the pull of gravity. Alternatively, a massive chain pump system could have been used. Endless loops of buckets, dipping into deep wells at the bottom and spilling their liquid cargo into reservoirs at the summit. A mechanical heartbeat that never stopped, ensuring the gardens never tasted the drought. At the very top, hidden from view, lay vast stone reservoirs. These basins acted as the brain of the garden, regulating the flow. From here, gravity took over. Water was distributed through hidden aqueducts, mimicking the natural flow of a mountain spring. As the water cascaded down from level to level, it created a self-sustaining cycle. It fed the roots, filled the decorative fountains, and finally returned to the earth, cooling the palace walls along its journey. This was a masterpiece of thermodynamics and art combined. For a landscape architect, the plant selection is the true signature. Nebuchadnezzar didn't just plant local palms, he imported cedars from Lebanon, cypresses from the northern mountains, and exotic fruit trees that filled the air with scents never before smelled in Babylon.
The density of the foliage created something remarkable, a microclimate. Through the process of evapotranspiration, the gardens acted as a massive ancient air conditioner, lowering the surrounding temperature by as much as 10 degrees Celsius. A cool sanctuary in a burning land. Imagine walking through these corridors. The sound of rustling leaves and splashing water drowned out the noise of the city. The scent of jasmine and frankincense hung heavy in the air. It was a sensory masterpiece designed to soothe the soul of a queen. By layering these ecosystems vertically, Babylon created the world's first rooftop forest. This wasn't just a garden, it was an early experiment in urban ecology. It proved that nature could be integrated into the heart of the most densely populated cities on Earth. Such a feat required a small army of gardeners. Pruning, planting, and maintaining the complex irrigation required constant labor. This was a living, breathing machine that demanded absolute devotion. If the pump stopped for a single week, the miracle would vanish. But the pumps did stop. As empires fell and the Euphrates shifted its course, the gardens were abandoned. The lead plates were stripped, the stones were looted for other cities, and the lush forests withered under the relentless Mesopotamian sun, returning to the dust. Modern research suggests a twist. Dr. Stephanie Daly argues the gardens weren't in Babylon at all, but in Nineveh, built by King Sennacherib. This would explain why Babylonian records are silent. A wonder of the world, perhaps hidden in plain sight, misidentified by history. Whether in Babylon or Nineveh, the blueprint remains. Today, we see its ghost in the vertical forests of Milan and the sky gardens of Singapore. We are finally returning to the Babylonian dream, that our cities must breathe alongside nature, not against it. The Hanging Gardens prove that humanity's greatest designs are those that heal our relationship with the earth. If we could build a paradise in the desert 2,500 years ago, we can green our future today. Subscribe to explore more wonders of the impossible.